Well, it's been a couple of trying weeks here for Belichick yourself. Had kind of an off week last week. Scored a decent amount of points, almost 100 points. Just Midco Smaller just had a little better week than me, so can't complain. Didn't really feel like doing a video this week, but as this game's wrapping up, boy, what a huge win for Belichick yourself. It looked pretty dire, yesterday's games when Macklin and Crabtree for my team ended up with a total of like 5 points. I just didn't do so well, and coming into tonight, it didn't look very promising either. All I needed was, I was up by 12 or so, or 16 maybe, but Forte going, who we know he kind of stinks this year. The last few weeks, Jess have stunk going against freaking Fitzgerald and Carson Palmer, and here we are again. It's not over yet. We're just 3.5 minutes ago. Arizona's taken out Carson Palmer, which is great. So as long as they don't throw some garbage, I mean, it's 3:20 to go, clock's running, 28-3. As long as they don't throw any garbage to Larry Fitzgerald, which I don't even see him on the field currently as I'm watching here on my TV, we're going to come up with this huge victory. Now, team played like crap. There's no doubt. Matt Forte, 2 points. Like I said, Macklin and Macklin and my other boy, Aaron Rodgers, who just stinks right now. I can't even begin to explain. But championship teams find ways to win when they don't play their best. We see that in every level of sports and competition, and this week is no different for Belichick himself. Really needed this win. I was first place a couple weeks ago. I've slipped a little bit. Certainly, I'm not going to be the points leader anymore, obviously, because scoring only 78 points is pathetic. I'll be the first one to admit it. But hey, a win is a win. Hats off to my opponent this week. Just was a tough one for a redshirt freshman. Tough break, but he needed Justin Forsett going, who scored less than a point, which is just not good. Trust me, I rode the Justin Forsett train last year. It didn't do so well for me either. So, again, looking out, making sure Fitzgerald's not on the field here 2 minutes ago, but he's not, thankfully. They're playing smart, and the Jets are going to 1-5, which is all good news. Looking around the league, Brad's team, again, is looking pretty good, and a couple others up at the top. It's going to be a fight to the finish, but with another win, 4-2 feels a hell of a lot better than 3-3. Let me tell you what. So, they're going to a 2-minute warning here. If anything else crazy happens, I'll come back on. But, I just want to talk about how unbelievably stressful this year has been for me, my fantasy team. Taking out the week last week where I lost by about 12 to Mid-Coast Maulers, the total difference in points, the total margin of victory, whether I've won or lost this year in 5 matchups, including this week, assuming I win by 2 or so, is going to be like 13. So I've won or lost every one of my games by a total of 13 points. I mean, I've won by less than a point. I've won by 2 points like this week. Won by 2 points a couple weeks ago, and I've also lost by 4 points to Brad in week 1. I think I lost by 3 points. Or no, I lost by 10 points last week. That's kind of the outlier. But, I mean, seriously, it's like every freaking Monday night, here I am sitting at freaking 11:30 on a school night, watching these effing stupid-ass teams and their horrible games, terrible ratings. And yeah, here I am. This is why the NFL dominates the landscape, because of fantasy freaking football and me wasting my time watching 2 pretty awful teams, and the Jets are an embarrassment to the NFL. Watching these teams freaking this late at night in a game that has no real meaning on the NFL landscape at 28-3, but here I am, sweating it out as Carson Palmer finally comes out of the game 2 minutes ago. So, anyway, it's just been a crazy year for Belichick himself, and some may call it fate, and we'll see what happens by the end of the year. Others may just say, your team's not that good, and eventually we'll collapse onto ourselves like a dying star. So, really not sure what's going to happen, but anyway, big win this week for Belichick himself. Big win for the Patriots. And, down here in Saco, everyone's mind just on the big matchup this coming Friday. Thornton Academy upon Eagles, 7-0 versus 7-0. Titanic clash. Is not even a comparison in the fantasy world this year, because none of our teams are undefeated. So Friday night in Standish, you better watch yourself. And if we win, I'm going to be in a pretty good mood, and Belichick yourself, and my players will be in a good mood too. I'll make sure that they have a good weekend. All right? I'm going to watch the end of this stupid game. Jets are 1-5, which is always good. Belichick yourself is 4-2. Peace.